The transfer window may be officially over, but the ins and outs in Glasgow do not stop. We have Rangers and Celtic announcing their Europa League squads, and we've got some surprising players missing out in the selections. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's time for Thursday nights. Everybody loves the Thursday nights, and Rangers have been pretty good on Thursday nights in Europe in recent times. They weren't too good on Wednesday or Tuesday, but maybe they've found their night, a day of the week that suits them. As for Celtic, they're not used to playing on the Thursdays. They're having to drop down. They're having to, take their pride down a level here and play in the second-rate European competition. But you know what? This Celtic squad's a second-rate side, so it's what they deserve, really.
They could be closing the top level in their stadium as well. We'll have to wait and see how many Celtic fans are even going to bother turning up. But, it's the premier competition, Europa League. I've always said it. I'll stand by it. It's got the best theme song. That's all you
No,
really
it's
need.
really not the Premier, is it?
I know, I'm joking, man. But the theme song's better. I think we can all agree on that.
What next? Are Ayr United and Dunfermline going to claim that they're in the top tier of Scottish football?
Some people would say it's the better league.
Aye.
Anyway, 3 goalkeepers for Rangers. Jack Butland, Liam Kelly, Kieran Wright. Any thoughts?
We're just straight into the Rangers squad then.
Nay what? What do you want to talk about then, Jambo Bear? The fact your team's not in any form of European competition? No,
just
really?
a bit strange that you just addressed 3 goalkeepers at the blue.
That's I'm diving into the squad. What get your point across here? There's no brakes on this train, buddy. You know what I mean? You can hit the. I was going to say you can hit the stop button. There's no stop buttons on trains.
There's no destination fucking either. Yeah, right now. Fucking conductor doesn't know where he's going. Right. Anyway,
hold on. What did you want to say? What did you want to talk about? If you wanted to talk about people that didn't make the squad, all the goalkeepers did make the squad.
Well, no, but normally there's a bit of formatting or something like that, you just, goalkeepers, let's talk about them. It's like, what?
Formatting? Do you want me to dumb it down to the people in the back with the 4 IQ? I mean, it's 2 squads for Europe.
No, we just went for an intro straight into 3 goalkeepers, that's not my style. It's like...
So you do it your style then, and we'll judge which one's better. Go. Right, that's it. Just imagine the intro's just finished, now it's time for you to do something.
Let's just talk about the goalkeepers. Nobody can save this, not even Jack Butland, right? Anyway, speaking of Butland, he is in the team, and he's joined alongside Liam Kelly and Kieran Wright. So, you know what, I mean, it's sad. Kieran Wright may be announced, but he knows that he's never getting a game.
Liam Kelly's not getting a game.
Oh, that's true. But, it is what it is. Do you know, I think being a goalkeeper is a tough position. It's a tough gig. Unless you're the number one. I feel like any other position, right, on the pitch, you know that you've got a chance of coming in, and you know that you've got a chance of coming off the bench. You see, goalkeepers, it's one of those positions where it's very rarely rotated. Even if you have a couple of bad games, I think the number one goalkeeper they normally tend to stick with. I mean, look at Onana. I mean, that guy, chance after chance after chance, is like... And outfield players, like if you're a striker, maybe you go a couple of games without scoring or whatever, you'll get taken out. But think about a goalkeeper? See, it's almost like the number one goalkeeper. See, by the time you get dropped, if you get dropped as the number one goalkeeper, like I'd say 50% of the time your career at that club's dead. It's over.
Butland got dropped last year and he turned it around.
Yeah, but a lot of people thought his career was over.
They did, but he turned it around.
Yeah, but it's not often you get dropped as the number one goalkeeper and then you just find your way back into number one. Normally, if you're the number one goalkeeper and you get dropped, normally your career's done at that club.
Absolutely. Liam Kelly. I mean, what happened to Liam Kelly? Honestly, last season, better of the 2 goalies, and he's number 2 now. No doubt about it. Can't fault Butland this season, but last season, plenty of faults.
Well, I think that's purely down to Russell Martin, him being English and from down south, and he knows Jack Butland. I think he was always going to go with Jack Butland. I think Jack Butland could have had both his hands amputated in the summer, and Russell Martin still would have picked him.
And he probably would have, but the goalkeepers isn't the interesting thing here, so we'll move down to the defenders. Alright, got a load of defenders, so...
Right, we've got James Tavernier, Max Aarons, John Suter, Derek Cornelius, Nassar Diga, Jaden Magoma, Emmanuel Fernandez, and Leon King. Have we got anybody else in there?
That's it.
No, don't need to scroll down anymore. So,
I've
right.
already double checked it.
We have 2 right backs, a left back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centre backs. Rangers very light on that left back position.
Now, Derek Cornelius can play at left back. 35 caps for Canada. And Canada have came on a long way. They're not the Diddy team they used to be. To me, Canada are a team that could easily make the quarterfinals of the World Cup and you wouldn't be surprised anymore.
Yeah, I'd say Canada's probably on par with USA now.
Yeah, they've improved both of them. And I'm not just saying that because we've signed a Canadian. It's just facts, folks. They've improved both nations. In the past, Canada were like a laughingstock.
Yeah,
Like,
now I'd say they're on par with USA and Mexico.
Yep. And here, 35 caps. I can't complain about that. Max Aaron's in there. I can't complain about that. Dujon Sterling no in here. I guess he's still in the hospital. But very weak at the left back situation. Leon King just in there to tick a box.
Yeah, I almost forgot about Leon King. I almost forgot his Rangers career was alive. Or I don't know if it's alive. But yeah, Leon King, he's in there, but will he play? Probably not. I mean, based on what we've seen in the league, I mean, I'd imagine the back four. I mean, it has to be Tavernier. It's his position to lose. I mean, is Cornelius going to come straight in? Is he good enough to come into the 11, or is he going to be kept out? Do you believe? Will it be Tavernier,
I think he's too good not to play.
Diga, and Magoma?
I think the problem is here, you're looking...
I think Diga's the man you take out.
There is potentially... Rangers could field a back four of loanees. Aarons, Cornelius, Diga and Magoma. That's all.
I don't rate Diga. Diga.
I used to rate him, but I think he's shite now. But yeah, I mean, maybe he could play 5 at the back in some games, but Martin doesn't tend to do that. But yeah, no one's been admitted.
Big John, he's the man you want in there.
Nah, Big John. Former Hearts man, eh?
Well, if you don't want him, send him back. The Hearts right. Midfield, we've got Joe Rothwell, Connor Barron, Mohamed Diomande, Telo Asgard, Lyle Cameron, Diego Gazama, Nicolo Raskin, Mikey Moore. Anyone else?
Nope,
that's it. So that's your midfield options.
Kieran Doyle and Barami have missed out. I look at the options. I look at the 8 midfield options here. I have no issue with Kieran Doyle not being here. As for Barami,
you know, it's funny though because Kieran Doyle was in the first few weeks of the season. He was like big in the Russell Martin plans. And Russell Martin came out and said, "Oh, he's one of the key players to the squad. He's one of the team leaders." And now all of a sudden, he's not in the Europa League squad. And I mean, it's a bit strange. Barami and Dowell, they'll be looking at this, and I don't know. Are their Rangers careers done?
If I was Barami, I mean, personally, I'm not taking the piss. I'd rather Barami in it than Rothwell, but Rothwell is the
Rothwell's a new signing, so he's going to be in there. I tell you what, though, the one positive I think you can take for this is that he's included Raskin, and I think that would tell you that Russell Martin believes that at least him and Raskin can work things out. I think that if Raskin was literally just going to waste away on the bench until possibly January, until Rangers could sell him, then he wouldn't be in the Europa League squad.
Yep.
But I think the fact that he's included him in the Europa League squad over Barami and Dowell, that shows intent that Russell Martin isn't going to be, this basically self-centred prick who's going to put his feelings first and just let Raskin rot away. I think the fact he's put Raskin in here shows that Martin and Raskin are going to, man up really and come together and put their differences aside. Otherwise, I don't think Raskin would be included. Now, I could be wrong here. Raskin could be included and might not play a single minute, but I'd say this is a good sign. I think this would show that the intent is there for Raskin to be once again playing in a Rangers shirt.
World Cup's coming up. He will be playing. I have no doubts about it. What about Connor Barron? 6 million bid from Bologna. And they turned it down. Loan to buy. What do you make of that?
I'd have probably took that if I was Rangers.
Same, but apparently Russell Martin likes Connor Barron. Decent game in the Old Firm.
No, I mean, I think Connor Barron's alright, but that's good money, that's good profit. And that's the kind of deals I think Rangers should be taking. But then again, you know what? I mean, you got 2 young Scots in there, Connor Barron, Lyle Cameron. I think that's good for Rangers. I mean, I think you might be trying to be building around, a combination of young Scottish players. And yeah, I tell you what, It's good money. I think it works either way. I think it would have been good money and a good deal if they sold him, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to do Rangers any harm keeping a young Scottish talented player. So, yeah.
Absolutely right. We'll move into the forward area. We've got Yusuf Shermiti. Thoughts on him?
Listen, don't know him. Don't really watch English football anymore. I've looked at his. I don't think his injury record's that great, and I've looked at his scoring record, and it's abysmal. Now, here, maybe he will come in and light up Scottish football, but, you know, there is this, like, there's a lack of, basically, respect, I think, for Scottish football with a lot of people. Like, English fans will expect this guy to come down to Scotland and dominate it and bag, like, 30 goals a season. And we've seen that that's not necessarily the case. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy flops. People are just expecting, oh, he's 8 million for the English Premiership. He's going to be too good for Scotland. He's going to be. You know,
Hold on. Who the fuck's expecting to score bags of goals? Guy hasn't scored a goal in a couple of years.
Aye, but in the Premiership, I think people are expecting this guy to come to Scotland and you know, be too easy for him.
If this guy scores over 10 goals this season, man, I don't even know what I'll do, man.
No, but
I'll do jumping jacks.
hold on here. Russell Martin's expecting a lot, or else he wouldn't pay the 8 million.
Nah,
possibly not 10.
Kevin Tellwell's did it to help his former club out.
Yeah, it could be a bit of money laundering going in there.
Oliver.
But listen, I think that he'll be a flop, but just the English bias, I just don't think respects Scottish football, and I believe that they expect this guy to come up and dominate the league.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I hope he does. I just don't see it. Oliver Antman.
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing with Rothwell.
Yep.
Oh, Rothwell's cut. Oh, he led Leeds to the championship, so he'll be the best player in Scotland. Does he look like the best player in Scotland?
Looks like the worst player.
No, but how many times have we seen players come? Look at Joey Barton.
No, I know.
His excuse for being shite was that Scotland was too crap. Oh, the standard was too poor, and that's why I was shite. It's like that. That doesn't fucking work.
Aye, because Messi, he'd be shite, wouldn't he?
That's like Messi signing with Glenn Toran and be like, I couldn't score any goals, man. The players were too pish. So why couldn't you dribble around them then and put the ball in the back of the net?
Right, we'll move on. Oliver Antman, Bojan Miovski, Joshua Gentles, and Danilo. So, for me,
Who the fuck's Gentles?
Well, tell you
Gentles?
what, right? He's looked alright in any game I've seen him, but Finlay Curtis has to win over Big Josh.
Why is Ant-Man considered a forward and like Gassama's not?
I think you can manoeuvre it to sort it out yourself and make room.
Right, who should be over who?
I think Big Josh, man, should be it for Big Finlay.
Yeah, Finlay Curtis not in this. That's
has to be in it, man. He ticks the homegrown box as well.
Yeah, I am surprised about that. Yeah.
I'm not even taking the piss, man. I'd rather Finlay Curtis in over Danilo. You want to know why? Because you've already got two strikers in Miovski and Shermiti.
Yeah, I mean, I'd even put a Barami in over Danilo.
Yeah, Danilo's just rotten.
Yeah, I personally think Danilo's a waste of a shirt, but
we've got the coach as well. I wish he wasn't in there.
Well, he's been included, unfortunately, for Rangers, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it would have been pretty weird if he was missing it, but he's in there, so.
Yep. Now moving on to the
who's the big exclusions? Let's just quickly.
Finlay Curtis, Kieran Doyle, and Barami.
That's it. That's the 3 players.
Yep.
No one else.
No one else. Everyone else is in there.
All right.
Because Cortez, Ben Davies, Bailey Rice, Rabbi Matondo. But
well, he's just stealing a wage at this point.
Matondo and Sterling are injured, so they're they are stealing a wage.
Is Matondo, is he in his last year?
I think so. I don't know. Must be because he signed in 2022. There's no way he signed a 5-year deal. 4 seems the most.
Why wouldn't Rangers at least try and loan him out and pay half his wage or something?
Because no one wants him. He's shite.
Oh, that's true. But...
Right, Celtic squad. Their form guide looks a wee bit better. So,
well, there's no red in it, so I mean, automatically it's better.
See, you know what? I think why Rangers' form guide looked so shite is because it's not Europa League. I think it's just the draw against St Mirren. No, the Celtic game, Bruges, St Mirren, Bruges, Pilsen. That's fucking bogging, isn't it?
Europa night.
Anyway, moving on. Kasper Schmeichel, Sinisola, and Big Ross.
Right, I'm not surprised. It is what it
I think
is.
Kasper Schmeichel's a bit done though.
Aye, I mean, well, Casper Schmeichel's kept Jimmy Thielen in a job, really, hasn't he? That own goal at the Scottish Cup final, so...
Aye,
Yeah, I'm sure.
that own goal, it's... I mean, all the bridges are burnt at Aberdeen now, man. That goal means fuck all now.
No, but I mean, at the time, it did save him. But yeah, look, Casper Schmeichel, I think he's overrated.
We joke about him playing in his slippers, right? Put it this way: if Kasper Schmeichel had the Rangers defence in front of him, he'd be conceding fucking goals, left, right, and centre.
Yeah, and I think he will concede goals in this tournament because
I mean, like if you look at the examples, like against Dortmund when Celtic fell apart last year, he fell apart with them. It's not like he kept the score down.
I mean, Celtic have only conceded one competitive goal this season. It was against Falkirk in the cup.
Aye. So. Yeah, Celtic's defence will win them the league.
Was Casper Schmeichel playing in that one, or was it Sinisola?
I think it was Schmeichel.
Either way, they've only conceded one, but I've got a feeling that they'll concede in this Europa League when they take on decent teams and when they take on Hearts. So
when did Hearts take on Celtic?
October.
Circled in the calendar, right? Defenders. So.
Right, we've got Alistair Johnston, Liam Scales, Austin Trusty, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Marcelo Sarachi, Rio Hatate, who went down as a defender. I mean, when he first came to Celtic, he could play left back, but
see, this is just
I
a
haven't
way
really
to,
seen that.
It's just a way to fit them in.
Dane Murray, Anthony Ralston, and Kieran Tierney. So, I mean, that is your selection of Celtic players right there. I mean, pretty much gives them 2 players for each possession, doesn't it?
Yep. See, you look at the Celtic team, though, the average age, 26, 27, 27, 27, 27, 22, 26, 28. So, it's much more experienced than the Rangers backline. Rangers backline, very... I mean, yeah, you've got Suter and Tab, but apart from that, they're all like teens or early 20s. Anyone missing from that Celtic team that you're surprised about at the back?
Oh, Inamura's missing. That's it. That's the only one I can really think of. So, not really, no.
For me, he looked alright in the game he played against Livy, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, we already had Brendan Rodgers come out and basically dismiss him straight away, which I thought was strange. I mean, why pick on him? He never really came out and said anything about Osmond, who, by the way, missed this team. He never came out and said, oh, Osmond's not good enough. Osmond can't play against the teams like Borussia Dortmund. But for some reason, Rodgers came out straight away and basically says, Inamura's not cut out for this level. I thought that was strange, just to pick on the guy. But whatever.
Well, it was. Right, we'll move on to the midfield. We've got Yang, Luke McCowan, Arnie Engels, Paulo Bernardo, Cal McGregor, and James Forrest. So, any glaring admissions out of there? I can't really think.
Not really, no.
None?
No.
Hee-haw. I mean, Yang's probably... I mean, that $3 million deal fell through to Birmingham because Michael Nicholson couldn't be arsed picking up the phone.
I mean, is Yang not going to count as a forward, no?
No, but we've seen... No, he's no... Look, there's your forward line. So Yang's counting as a midfielder. The same way Hatate's counting as a defender. They can move it around.
I thought you said... wait, I just thought you said Yang was missing, no?
I said he's lucky not to be missing because his $3 million deal fell through because he wouldn't answer the phone.
Well, they don't really... I know how that feels. Although mine wasn't really a £3 million deal, it was a shift in the Royal Mail. But anyway, no, but...
Not quite the same, is it?
Well, no, it's not. But you know what? I mean, they pay a decent pension, so who knows? Could have turned out to be that way. But I mean, Celtic are just... They're lacking options, so I'm not surprised that Yang's actually been included. It's not like they've got, they're not gifted for players in wide positions up front. Yeah, they've signed 2 new wingers, but honestly, we don't know if they're going to be any good. And the way Balakisha looked against Rangers, can't judge someone after one game, but I thought he was shit.
Do you think the problem with the Celtic midfield is that it's like Cal McGregor has appeared to lose a few steps. Hatate just seems to be
Forms at the windy.
Yeah, he just looks like a passenger in games. Paulo Bernardo, I don't even know what's going on with him. Arnie Engels is just overpaid and flopped, and Luke McCowan, I just don't think it's given a fair chance.
No,
And James Forrest is too old, and Yang's just no good enough.
well, I'm not going to count Yang and Forrest here. To me, they're more wingers. I'm
Right,
thinking.
well, we'll move to the
Well, no.
forwards then.
Let's just go back to the midfield
Alright
here.
then,
If
we'll
we're
go back, we'll go
if
back.
we're talking pure just central midfielders, they've only got 5, really, don't they? McCowan, Engels, Bernardo, McGregor, and Hatate, who has been listed as a defender, but we all know he's a midfielder. It is going to be 3 of those 5, really, isn't it? I mean, I think at the moment you could personally pick and choose. I don't think it really matters that much.
Nygren, though. But Nygren's more of a midfielder.
I mean, Nygren can play in midfield. I think it'll depend, honestly. But for me, in the big games, I think that they'd rather play Nygren on the right if it means they don't have to start with Yang or Forrest.
Probably.
But we'll have to see how Balakisha and Tuneki do. But
well, Balakisha didn't look that good against Rangers.
no, I've already addressed that. He looked pretty shit, didn't he? So we'll see.
So...
Right, let's move on to the forwards then.
Right, so forwards, there is no Callum Osmond or Shin Yamada. To me is the big absence.
Yeah, that's a worry. This guy was supposed to be the next Kyogo. People saying, oh, he's a new Kyogo. He's got Kyogo numbers. He's Kyogo-esque, and he's been left out the team. So
also the Man City loanee is not in at the back. Forgot to mention him.
yeah, Poussey. So yeah, that's a little bit strange, but
He's a bit push.
he's a bit push. But we've got Nygren.
I actually think it's a joke that Ian Acho's in over Shin Yamada, by the way. Ian Acho is just in due to his connection with Brendan Rodgers and the fact he's on a big wage because he's the ex-Premier League guy. The guy's shite.
True, but I mean, could you imagine if they're paying all the wages for this guy and they just brought him in? He's supposed to be their big signing. He's supposed to be their big saviour up front.
Who are we trying to kid?
Yeah, but I mean, I think they've got to. Celtic have almost got to save face. I mean, there would just be more fan outrage. Imagine they brought any Acho in. They're like, look who we brought in to save the bacon, but guess what? He's not good enough to play in the Europa League.
Well, should Johnny Kenny be in over Shin Yamada?
No, personally, I'd have picked Shin Yamada, but
I'd actually argue Johnny Kenny's got a proven track record in Europe last season with Shamrock Rovers, so I'd actually give him the nod.
Well, I mean, I suppose what you hear, you can pick who you want. It's up to you, really. But Nygren, Balakisha, Iniacho, Tuneki, Johnny Kenny, Dyson Maeda. Will Maeda play as a winger or will Maeda play as a centre forward? You know what? Maybe Maeda's going to play through the middle.
Yo, Celtic fans can greet all they want, right? But see,
Well, they will. Don't worry.
no, of course they will. But they've added Balakisha, Tuneki, and Iheanacho, right, to the forward line. You can't say the forward line's not been helped, strengthened. You can't. Come on. I mean, you're looking at Balakisha and Tuneki, that's like over 10 million.
Yeah, but you've lost Kuhn.
Aye. But Jota's yet to come back from injury. You've brought in 2 players. No, hold on. Yes, aye, you've lost Kuhn for 16 million. Well, what are they expecting? They're expecting to go out and sign 2 £16 million players?
No, but I mean, you're basically saying they're strengthening the front three.
Yeah, they've brought in 2 for the price of 1.
So
For less than the price of 1.
So would you rather pick a front three for the option Celtic have now, or would you rather pick a front three for the option Celtic had last year? I know I'd pick last year.
Well, obviously you know what Kuhn's capable of, but in terms of this, like once Jota comes back and you fire him in with these names, I don't think it's looking that bad for them.
You say that, but a minute ago...
Also, but Kuhn had a wee purple patch, like it's not like he was fucking brilliant.
A minute ago you were saying any actuals like done and finished, and we don't know if Tuneki and Balakisha's going to be any good, so...
Yeah, but it's still 2 £5 million signings that you would expect.
Celtic have never paid £5 million for a dud before.
Barkas, what's that guy who was up front?
A
Jetty.
The left back.
Burnaby.
No, the other one. Alright, not the other one. He didn't pay $5 million for him, but he was shite anyway. Black Salt.
He was on loan.
I know, but he was shite, wasn't he?
He was shite. Anyway, closing thoughts. Brendan Rodgers in there. Surprised. People thought he was walking today.
Nah, Brendan Rodgers, there's no walking, but I think he'll go at the end of the season. I don't think he'll commit.
These boots are made for walking. What about the slippers? What about the slippers, Casper?
You may have to get those slippers, just, I don't know.
Agent Frank Lundy knew. There he is, hanging out there in the bottom left-hand corner.
He knew, damn it.
He knew. The Bay Harbour Butcher. Anyway, has the Celtic board butchered the Celtic squad? Have they left them at the bottom of the Clyde?
No, but I mean, I tell you what, you're kind of right, though. I mean, They brought in Iniacho, who we can all say is done, but I mean, once upon a time, it wouldn't have felt possible for this move for him. There was one period at the time where it would not have been possible for Iniacho to move to Celtic,
Yep.
and they brought in two £5 million wingers who could turn it to be good.
Yeah, it's not as bad as what it's made out to be.
No, it's definitely not. And if Maida refines his form again, and then you've got Jota back, I mean, Celtic could have a very good front line.
Right, Niagara and Shin Yamada, that's a couple of million there, isn't it?
Yep.
About 4 million. Then you factor in Balakisha and Taniki. I mean, they've spent about 15 million on like 4 different players in the forward lines. It's not as bad as what people are making it to be, man. It's not. And also in the midfield, it's probably the one area they didn't need to strengthen. Left back, they've brought in 3.
How many more players does Dermot Desmond need to sign before we can have a game of golf?
I don't know. How many do you think?
I don't know. A couple of £20 million signings, maybe. Anyway, guys, that's it.
No, that is it. But like, the more you look at this team, it's like, yeah, could it be better? But it could always be better. Like, let's not pretend that Celtic have like actually spent zero. Like the teams, I mean, by God, look at what Arsene Wenger had to do back in the day. When they were like the Emirates was only up a couple of years. Arsenal would literally spend hee-haw. They would lose like Fabregas and Van Persie and bring in nothing. I don't. Honestly, man, I don't think this is as bad as what certain people are making it to be. Because see, Balakisha and Taniki, right, hit the ground running, and Iheanacho finds his old form. Celtic will be laughing.
Absolutely.
So, right, till next time. Peace.